This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen Short Calf Muscle, a short Dutch comedy film made in 2019 by Victoria Warmerdam. It follows a man named Anders who is told after a routine checkup that he has a short calf muscle, which is common among people like him. The problem is, he doesn't know what the doctor means by people like him. Soon enough, bringing it up in conversation leads others to say similar things about him, which just further frustrates Anders as he feels harassed for his homosexuality. The thing is, it's not that he's gay that people are saying about him. It's that, despite clearly, visibly, and obviously being a rather tall man, he's actually been a gnome for all his life. It's a pretty simple story concept, and it makes itself central in every scene. The conflict is pretty well established, and we can see Anders' clearly growing anger and denial about being a gnome, and with it we also get a sense of seeing Anders as he sees himself, and his desperation to maintain this idea of normalcy. All the pieces are there, but the film's problem is that it doesn't actually make an evolution out of this revelation, nor does Anders actually change within this story. He begins frustrated and he ends frustrated, and there's no actual climax or payoff to everything that happens. The movie kind of just ends, really. It also just so happens that while Anders' emotional state changes over time, the individual scenes tend to stick to the same beats. Anders brings up what the doctor or others are saying to someone, and that someone says he's always been a gnome. Then Anders leaves in a huff and goes to somebody else, and it starts over. It's repetitive and makes the ending that much more unsatisfying. The creative aspects of Short Calf Muscle don't really try anything to illustrate Anders' point of view or hint at the reality around him. Or at least, if it does so, it doesn't really do anything overt about it. There are a few times where camera angles do reflect his stature, but this only really becomes prominent closer to the end of the movie and is rather easy to miss when you assume it's more to do with the events within the scene or is just framed for whatever feels natural. Any other technical element sticks to this more naturalistic tone, with the film as a whole focused on the story at hand. But, again, the story just feels incomplete, or at least ends in an unsatisfying manner, and without any visual aspects to at least highlight the ideas presented in the movie, it only makes everything feel like wasted potential, if not a waste of time. The movie apparently bills itself as a dark comedy, but there's not really much comedy to be had when the jokes are almost literally the same in every scene. Maybe the joke is that it has no ending? I don't know. Short Calf Muscle. Victoria Warmerdam, 2019. 1.5 stars. I don't really recommend watching it. It's not offensively bad, but it's time better spent elsewhere. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. I suppose I can say that this short is an example of how a movie can have an actual ending scene, but still feel anticlimactic. Then again, I don't know if I'd need a reason to point that out in the future.